Yes, it is. You know what time it is. It's the Movie Boys, man. Hello, Marcus and Lance the Polynesian. This is another episode of the Starter Kit. All right, today we're talking about a documentary. All right, the documentary that came out in 2021 called Don Raid. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not the historical Don raids that happened in New Zealand, though this was inspired by that. You know what I'm saying? This is about the rise and fall of Don Raid Entertainment, right? The home of many Polynesian artists that we kind of grew up knowing and loving. You know what I'm saying? You know, because of this movie, I didn't realize that Swing was that big, bro. Like, I knew it was something. Bro, I knew it was something, obviously, right? I heard that in Texas, right? With the Usos and shit and everybody at the church. And, you know, we was like, oh, what the fuck? This guy's some more holy shit. So, hyped off that. I didn't realize it was that big. And I only seen Knocked Up maybe, like, not even all of Knocked Up. Maybe just parts of it, like the pink eye part. But I didn't even know that was like a... I don't even want to get into that. I just know that, like, it was like a focal point. Or not even a focal point. It was just a song in there. I didn't even know. So, goddamn. Yeah, Don Raid today. This is both of our first time watching it. What did you think about it, bro? Just roughly, like in general.
Great, inspiring. Like you said, a bunch of artists that we knew growing up. So definitely like a bit of a throwback and some nostalgia. Seeing those names: Savage, the Deceptikonz, Mareko, Aaradhna, Adeaze.
Yeah,
bro.
The
Scribe is in this documentary too. Yeah, the freaking singing brothers. Yeah, those guys are. Adeaze is super underrated still.
Come on.
But yeah, definitely got a really great look. This one presented by filmmaker Oscar Kightley, also an acting legend, one of the best to do it. I think he's probably the most featured artist actor that we have over the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. We've seen him like 10 times at least.
Bro, we gotta head to we gotta head here, homeland, right here in the US of A. You know what I'm saying? Because every time we talk a movie, Oscar Kightley is involved somewhere.
Yeah.
So, damn it, there's not much out here though. We don't have a New Zealand Film Commission.
Yeah, you know those guys are on fire. Those guys, what a great. We talk about it all the time, like something like that, where it's like, if we could have that in America or for Samoans or Pacific Islanders, where here we're getting funds to tell stories, to present these like perspectives from Islanders.
Yeah,
would be super dope. Great representation. It would be great for people watching it coming up. But yeah, I mean, we don't have that. We still need to work on that, or we just need to make it ourselves. We need to start making some of these stories ourselves. But we
don't have a budget for that. Bro.
We
don't have a budget.
Yeah, if you know someone that has the funds and wants to see some creatives make art, hit us up. Let us know. But yeah, definitely this Don Raid documentary by Oscar Kightley, inspiring. Not just what they did to start the company, but in making the film too. For Kightley pumps me up. We want to do this. We want to review these kinds of movies here on the Starter Kit. Definitely want to get involved. So yeah, just pumped up after watching it and ready to freaking talk about it. That was great.
Yeah. There's a part in there where I was kind of concerned. You know what I'm saying? That we could definitely get into that. I know you was concerned too about, you know what I'm saying, Brotha D. Andy and the potential shadiness. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely get into that. But before we do, shout out to the network right here on YouTube, man. YouTube.com/POLYTICKIN NETWORK. Follow us and you can subscribe to our other shows we got, man. We got Way Back Wednesday with the Uso right here at SFAM. We got that one, this one, and another one called the POLYTICKIN Podcast. It's pretty cool too. Me and the Uso Seth, which is talk about everyday stuff happening in the community. Way Back Wednesday, everybody just wants to turn back the clock over there. You know what I'm saying? We all want to relive our youth. and go against the slow march of time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let us know, hit us up, do whatever you need to do. Yeah, Don Ray, the documentary. Yeah, this Full Cephalon was bigging this up. He was bigging this up, I think, like last year. He's been doing it for a while. And you know, I'm glad that this is on our list because again, these are fools that we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know I'm so behind on Polynesian shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know like Don Raid was a thing until way after they were done being, you know, popular and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Way after, like, you know, like swing. Of course I knew Aaradhna, you know what I'm saying? The Polynesian princess. But like, I don't know. I felt so behind. So seeing the documentary, I was like, oh shit, this is what was going on in our youth, bro. Like, what the dude? These dudes are doing big things. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how like their fall kind of coincides with like the rise of like the internet and how we started consuming music as we got older. You know what I'm saying? Like we love
Napster.
CDs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? LimeWire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I definitely contributed to the fall of Don Raid Entertainment, bro. I'm sorry. Andy. I'm sorry. Andy and Brother D were sorry, okay? Just things have evolved and we figured things out, okay? But
that's another
crazy.
Great point and theme, like that change in technology and how you got to adjust or get swept out.
Bro, yeah, that's why I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, they really were like in the last eras where CDs mattered, right? Like, what, early 2000s? Who's coming around then? Eminem, 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nobody was selling records after them, really. But yeah, they were doing their thing, and just to see them blow up from just a little humble t-shirt stand at the market, you know what I'm saying? That was just wild to me, man. So
that's encouraging.
Yeah, right?
Inspiring.
Yeah, exactly.
You can start small and blow up.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm saying we're not going to talk about no cinematography. Well, I actually might. I wrote some notes about the cinematography, but nothing too crazy. So our rubric's a little looser. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking what? Not a letter grade. Out of 10, right? Out of 10. Yeah, we could do that. So, shit, we could just start from there. What's up? What's the deal?
Yeah, man. This one, again, by Oscar Kightley, put out in 2021. There is that connection between Kightley and Don Raid in that 2006's Siona's Wedding. The music was by Don Raid Entertainment. So they do have a working relationship, and probably for the 15 years since then, and this documentary came out, have known each other. So going into it, I thought this was going to be a positive looking, you know, this is going to be my friend's making a documentary about us, you know, so he's going to make it look good, you know, and stuff like that. I thought it was going to be a positive, maybe even a too friendly look into Don Raid.
Bro. I was thinking that. I wrote that in my note too. I was like, dude, this kind of seems scripted, but I don't know how documentaries work. I'm sure there's writing that goes on. You got to figure something out. You have to have some kind of linear plot, right? Some kind of narrative, even though it's a documentary. But just the way it was presented, yeah, it was definitely a story about just Andy and Brother D. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, with Adeaze and them filling out the background stuff. But like, you know, I definitely wanted to get more insight from the artists themselves, even though we do get a lot. But like, this is definitely an Andy and Brother D centered film. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't look too bad, even though there was some stuff that was kind of questionable towards the middle of the thing. You know what I'm saying? During like the height of Don Raid. You know what I'm saying? So this is interesting shit, man. You know what I mean? Very interesting stuff.
It's something we have to pay attention to and know about and kind of just tag in our minds when we're watching this. Is it's done by someone who's pro Don Raid, right? But even though, I mean, even then they did talk about all the like stuff that went down that led to the fall, but even that was like you know, it just kind of, it happens and we try to do better. And I was like, you could have really gone in on some of these questionable decisions, not telling the art, we'll get on.
Ooh, bro, I am right there in the boat with you, bro. Yo, like when, man, we could just talk about it, dude. Like there's a part where, you know, the Adeaze is in there, right? And I think they're talking to Nines, Fo, and, you know, he was stressing about that. You know, it was like, dude, like we were in there with people that we thought we could trust and we couldn't trust them anymore, you know?
And
And then
Aaradhna says that
said
too.
the
She's
same
like,
thing. She said the same thing.
yeah, I just can't trust those people anymore. And you're like, these are what you think are like kind of. We'll take the nicest stuff that the people say, right? And if that's the nicest stuff, like you can imagine what the artists were really feeling in that time, and how they look back to that moment, and they're like, "Oh, you got to protect yourself. You know, as an artist, you got to make sure that you know what's happening with the money or the numbers."
Yeah.
Oh, Adeaze again was like, "Oh yeah, some of the money was being moved around. Like I know we didn't get all of our money. It was like being used for different stuff of the company." But I mean, and then it cuts to Andy and Brother D saying, "You know, we didn't use anybody's money. We gave it to them. We used, you know." But I mean, I assumed something crazy was going on. They was getting money. It was probably like, oh, this money's never going to stop. We can use it for whatever. We'll just backfill if we need to. But
that's why, like, I can't fault them too much because they were young and dumb with all this kind of money and they didn't know these things. You know what I'm saying? So I can't fault them too much for that. Hey, I love it. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it.
Business classmates, business majors.
That's true, right? They did, yeah. Well, hey, they didn't finish business school. Or nar. You know what I'm saying? We didn't finish. Yeah, or nar, exactly, right? You know, I sound like I'm caping so hard for them, bro. But it's the thing that I fault them for sure for doing is not telling these fools.
Yeah.
Come on. You know what I mean?
Their reasoning is we didn't want the artists to, you know, get in their heads and not be able to perform. And I'm like, because you needed them for their money. Hey, we need you guys to sell out these concerts. No.
Yeah, we're actually in the red right now, or nar.
Oh no. Oh, but I mean, that story and the way it's set up and everything happens towards the end there with all these famous people that we know, it feels like we get this peek behind, like it's just a family drama that we weren't put on about 20 years ago. And now we're old enough to be like, oh, and what really happened was this happened, these guys got this. So yeah, we're definitely eyes opened and we got a lot more information about, because like you said, I was the same. I knew these people, these artists, these singers. I didn't know that Don Raid was blowing up to this level.
Yeah,
that it like globally, or especially in the Pacific. So it was a real eye opener and information for me. And then the rest of the story. But this one starts in South Auckland, New Zealand. Where Andy Murnane.
I got it right. Murnane. Well, I got it. That's how I'm pronouncing it how it's spelled. So I don't know if that's how you say it.
Andy Murnane or Andy Murnane or
so look, Andy.
This is the thing that caught my eye immediately. Andy is a very white person, right?
Yo, yeah. Yeah, he is Caucasian as hell.
And Brother D is a big Samoan guy. Yeah, long hair, he's got the goatee, wears glasses, works at a strip club all night. You know, he's a bouncer. Also a rapper, right? He started rapping after his dad died. He said him and his brothers got into like street gangs.
They were out. Yeah. They were hooligans, man. They were out here, you know, acting out.
Yeah, and then he said they got into a fight one time. Where someone from the opposing side lost their life, and his brother ended up spending the rest of his life in jail. Yeah, and he said that was the moment that was like, yo, I got to do something. Something else has to happen. This can't continue. Yep. And this is where we kind of get the two meeting in their business class, Brother D and Andy, and becoming this kind of odd couple that, well, at first they, you know, didn't really get along. They grow to become really good friends and kind of realize that they can help each other and want to create a business. And they're like, yo, we both love hip hop. We both love music. We're both into business. Why don't we make a local recording label for our artists, so we can give them a platform and we could start building a label for a record company. That was dope. Like they met up and like just put a plan together and started trying to make money. But they realized like, there has to be a business attached to the music. So they start selling T-shirts, right?
Music
it becomes
business.
Yeah.
There are times where, bro, music business.
Just makes
bro,
sense.
This fool, Brother D, he was born to be in front of the camera. The way this fool was talking, I was like, bro, like this feels written. But all right, yeah.
Oh no,
man, that just seems like how he is, though.
Yeah, there are some people that got that, that just aura, or like when they talk, it's so well done, or maybe it's like gotten a lot of repetitions and they practice it, but it sounds like great writing. You're like,
that's fair.
Oh,
you know what? Goodness. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so Brother D, an MC, right? He was a performer, a rapper on stage. He still has that kind of that presentation where he can like explain things or really give you some friggin' what feel like gold nuggets in the way that he's explaining everything and how they had to do trial and error. And it was more like just hitting the ground and running and doing things instead of planning it out so much. He was like, we learn by doing. And we did.
Oh my God,
we did everything.
Oh my God, that already makes me want to just like go all in, bro. Because that's all we do is just. Oh no! Damn it! I know, man. I know what you're saying, Brother D. Damn. I know. We definitely got to do more, man. I hear you. Yeah, that man, that's crazy. I'm trying to figure out, like, where was Andy's origins again? Like, he stayed around the same area. His dad was in businesses too.
Yeah.
But what he ended up being in that business class.
Yeah. Oh well, I think
like he was out here running around in the streets too. He was a little hooligan too, acting out.
Yeah. A little. He was. I think he was in like he got thrown in jail one time as a kid for stealing from a record store.
Oh, okay, yeah.
His dad was like, just leave him there.
Yeah,
like, what's in a week or whatever it was. But when he came out, he was like, yo, I need to put these books in your hands because you're out here trying to hustle and stuff, but you need to have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And he was making me read all these books about Walmart. About all this and that. And he eventually put me, put me into this business class. And that's where they linked up and started. Yeah, that's crazy.
What the fuck?
It's so wild, like such different people and such a random kind of meeting place.
Yeah, right.
For it to all just kind of be put together and to grow into this huge thing. But they're selling.
The plans were aligned, bro. The plans were aligned. That's crazy.
They're selling these T-shirts that have like Islander slurs on them, but like taking back like what the words were.
Have you heard those slurs before?
No.
No. I've heard. I don't even know how bad it is. Somebody from Australia tell me, but like bungas, I've heard that. I've seen that like on Twitter and stuff. I didn't know their origins though. I always just thought it was just another Australian slang. Well, I didn't know it goes back that deep.
It's like the N-word for brown people. It's
I guess so. Oh,
fucking bungas over here.
Yeah, New Zealand. Sorry.
Taking up all the car parks.
Yeah. How crazy is that? Yo, we do have our own racial slur. Holy shit.
Some of they were doing like local representation, right? Whether it was an area or a name or a people, they were like, yo, put it on a shirt, people will buy it. And they went from one table to 8 tables at the market, singing these shirts, really collecting the funds to really start their music business. And they made a mixtape, or they made a compilation CD with all their artists or something. Yeah. Or was it them? Southside
1, the first one. Yep. I think it was. Yeah, it was. Was Deceptikonz there already?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I think definitely Brother later. D. Whoever Brother D was linking up with. Yeah.
But well, he was like, he's like really good communicator and kind of like connector.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, A&R.
Like
Yeah,
nice
exactly.
A&R, yeah.
Yeah, they said he was a great A&R. Like he could spot talent and bring it together, and definitely that helped kind of start and launch the Dawn Raid. When
I like that. What you think? What?
Oh, I was gonna talk about the CD, but what were you saying?
Oh no. I mean, we can talk about this. I'm just I was gonna go off on a little tangent about like the origins of their name, which I always thought was awesome. Like I watched, I didn't know like the Dawn Raids were a thing like that. I had just got privy to friggin' the Polynesian Panthers like last year, and there's a show about that, which we gotta put on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Polynesian Panthers, but I didn't know the Polynesian Panthers even were like, there was an effect of the friggin' Dawn Raids, bro.
Yeah.
And then, for those who don't know, like my fucking idiot ass, like Dawn Raid gets its name from the Dawn Raids that happened in New Zealand in the 1970s, right? Yeah. When
like immigration raids.
Yeah, the immigration people from Samoa were coming over for like 3-month work permits, and I guess they were overstaying their welcome. So because of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get, So he said that New Zealand needed cheap labor, and they got it in droves, right? And then it drove the economy up, and then the New Zealand government was like, dude, actually, we don't freaking need them anymore. Send them back home. Shit. And now they're scaring all the people in our country. What happened?
Get these brownies out of here.
Yeah, get these bungas out of here. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just thought the origin of their name was awesome. If everybody already knew that, I'm sorry, okay? I'm tapping into my culture late, okay? I know now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now we know.
Yeah, that's crazy. What happened?
Those raids targeting Pacific Islander overstayers, they call them. Just there's like evidence of other people also overstaying their work visas. Other people that might be of a lighter complexion at the time, but New Zealand wasn't focused on those guys.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there, huh? New Zealand.
Yeah, they're the good kind. One of the good ones. But yeah, there was a huge campaign to deport, a bunch of Pacific Islanders. So our people were getting raped. Like their brother D talks about his cousin hiding in the freaking freezer.
Yeah.
When the I don't know, the people came over looking for him or to do a raid. Also, a dawn raid. If you're breaking through houses at 5 a.m. when everyone's like the sleepiest,
come on.
Can you imagine the trauma of just if you took your headphones off right now and there was a police raid happening in your house and you were like, what the hell?
Yeah, what the? I'm shitting bricks. Yeah, I'm shitting bricks.
So the trauma of community having to deal with this for what I assume was years, right?
Yeah.
Not for a long time, and just being worried and being profiled. All that kind of sat with a generation, and now we're seeing more information, more documentaries. Oscar
I like
Kightley,
that, Lance.
Yeah. Now we're seeing it. But Kylie's got a play, a set of plays called The Dawn Raids that addresses it and keeps the information out there so people know about it.
Who's this? Who has that?
Oscar Kightley.
Oh, for real?
I think they had a run of plays called The Dawn Raids.
Oh shoot!
So we need to look into that. But it's definitely a topic that is very important to the filmmaker. And now it's the Dawn Raid Entertainment taking back that name and to make it a positive for the community. Because now when I think Dawn Raid, I don't think police knocking through a door. I think Aaradhna, yeah. Savage.
Aaradhna, Adeaze, yeah. Savage, yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. They did it, yeah. They accomplished their goal, bro.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's huge.
Crazy. Yeah,
to take that back. And I mean, I'm sure it still sings, but for a new generation, it means a totally different, totally positive and representative for Islanders.
Take that, New Zealand government. You thought you mad you thought you know what I'm saying? So So where does it go from there, bro? So these two freaking fools, they meet up in business class. They got their table set up, right? And they're blowing up. Their merch is blowing up, you know what I'm saying? They're taking the stereotypes and making a profit off of it. You know what I mean? Is this when they get the barbershop? Right. From the tables in the market. Yeah, from the tables in the market, they end up getting a barbershop that is close by, and they turn that into another part of their operation, selling more shirts. But then there's still, I mean, Brother D is still doing music, but he's not just really doing music. He's, like you said, the best, one of the best A&Rs New Zealand has ever had. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or New Zealand, Australia? Am I tripping?
New Zealand,
yeah. Freaking yeah, he's finding artists that are out here just, you know, putting in work, and the first ones that he wanted to put on was the freaking Deceptikonz, right? Yeah. I mean, but he was also hip to Adeaze in them too. But he was hip to Adeaze in them pretty early on, but now that I'm thinking about it, he definitely had like a set order. Right?
A set order?
Like a set order of like artists that he wanted to put on first, and then according to, you know, numbers or whatever. But like the first one, number one was definitely Deceptikonz, because it was all tied to hip hop and its roots and stuff, you know. So they was all spitters and stuff. So he thought they would be. It seems like he thought that they would be, you know, the best ones to put Don Raid on the map like that. So he was pushing hard for them.
Yeah, it's like 4 rappers. It was a group called the Deceptikonz, headlined by was it Mareko that was the headliner in the documentary? It seems like Mareko is like the lead.
Yeah, they were really
Savage is the 2, but I feel like that flips.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, they were pushing. Oh man, that's so fucked up. I mean, not fucked up. It was not Mareko's or Don Raid's fault. They couldn't have predicted it, but like the push that they had for Mareko, bro, putting his face up everywhere and making him the face of the label, only for Scribe to come out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, I rap too, man." Actually, yeah, and then just kind of takes over from there. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. And I don't know, just hip hop, man. Scribe. Business, the industry is always fascinating when I see and hear about shit like that. But yeah, I think Deceptikonz, it was Mareko up first, definitely. The lead, people saw star quality in him. And then, yeah, like you said, Savage, number 2, that was flipped. It was definitely flipped, bro. Yeah. The first New Zealand single to go platinum here. Savage.
Savange.
The Uso Savange. Yes. Dope. Yeah, rounded out by who? Al Frisk, the Uso Al Frisk, and Devolo.
Yep.
Devolo, who...
Those are the 4 Decepticons.
Yeah, so, okay, so from there, right, big Brother D finds Decepticons and then starts pushing them. Then what happens? What goes on?
You were talking about the barbershop that they picked up. They also bought the printing warehouse where they were making their shirts. So now they own the means of production. Yeah. And then Brother D was talking about, I need a studio. You know, and so they end up buying an office a little ways away. And the other cool thing is
the fucking clothes. What?
They opened up a shop too, right? For the clothes, like not just in the market. Now they have their own brick and mortar, right? But it was all in like a tight downtown area.
Oh, okay. You know what? I don't know why I was thinking that it was still around the same marketplace, but it was in a different area downtown. Okay. If it was, then I think, I mean, you got to be right. How big is that market really? Well, it's fucking New Zealand. I don't fucking know. I could have sworn they said it was like a barbershop like down the street or very close by the market, but I mean, that doesn't even fucking matter because you're right. Brick and mortar business.
Yeah.
And the alleyway where it's tight knit. You know what I'm saying? And they got another part of their operation within that alley. Yeah, bro. They was doing big things off of them clothes, bro. Making money.
Making a hub. They were like building their own little city, buying up. They were making so much money, they were buying up other businesses and turning them into their own shit.
How crazy, bro.
That's the way to do it.
Off of t-shirts.
Damn it.
T-shirts, man. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, now they have they're getting a new studio, and they actually don't have an engineer, so they some guy from Russia Vitali.
Uzbekistan, yeah, the homie Vitali,
I was in Uzbekistan and I was looking for something that was safe for me and my mom. And someone said New Zealand, so when New Zealand was hiring, so he goes down there and he's got there's a language barrier, but he knows how to freaking work the equipment, and he knows how to record the artist.
Bro, he has a doctorate in sound, bro.
Yeah,
he's a certified doctor, bro. They brought this fool all the way from freaking Uzbekistan. I was like, dude, we rap, bro. What's the deal?
Yeah. I can record.
I can record. Damn right you can.
I give you a countdown.
For real, he straight sent them his CV. So professional.
That's dope. And now they're recording artists where music is now being churned out. Man. And Andy points this out too. Not only do they have their own personal studio, but they can rent it out to make even more money. And it's like, there's always how can we get some revenue? How can we get some funds off of this? What can we sell? What can we use? What do people want? That seems like the forefront. Get money.
It was some hustlers, bro.
I want to say it's more Andy. Brother D is a boss, but Andy is how can we turn something that no one wants into something that we can sell, or how is it we can make money off of this? Andy's always I could flip that. I could I could sell that for more. I could hustler.
Bro, big time hustler. I think it was Andy's dad. It was I forget how he describes Brother D, but he called his son the engine behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was nice when they introduced Andy's dad, and he was like, yeah, my name is Mike. I'm Andy's dad. Yeah. I'm also Daniel's dad.
because he adopted me.
Because he adopted me. So, it's a family. And then I think the next cut, it's Andy's yeah, my dad's here. It's a real family thing. And I'm sometimes when you say things, I don't believe them. It's you needed someone like your dad to come in and do it. It's not necessarily a family operation. Is it a family operation just because your family is there? When you say family operation, that feels like a more kind of cohesive unit synergy around one thing. Yeah. But it just felt we need my dad to come help.
And was there payment involved? Did you pay your dad? Was he employed with you, or no?
Or was he just advising? And
was he an advisor? Yeah, but what? What?
Oh, Andy's dad says they needed to make their own mistakes. That they needed help. They were kind of did over their heads basically with how fast they were acquiring things. Right. And how much stuff they were doing all at once. It's you gotta just stay on your P's and Q's, okay?
Hey, they weren't on their P's and Q's, bro. They were not on their P's and Q's. But you know what? I'll give this to them though, bro. I don't think they were squeezing Andy's dad for all types of labor or work out of him.
No.
I think he really was there to just be a helping hand and be a guide for them. But I mean, he was still roped into that shit. And then when they fell, it hit him too. You know what I'm saying?
He lost his house.
Bro, both of his parents lost their... Yeah, exactly. So if he's just a guiding hand, why the fuck is he losing his house? So now I'm oh, man. It was sweet that they put bro in there, man, but I don't want to be hey, they was just using the shit out of his dad to get woo. I don't want to take away the hard work that they definitely fucking did to get where they were at, bro, because, man, they was hustling. Yeah. They was hustling. But you know what? There's a part where I forget where it's still in the beginning of the movie, but the tone kind of gets a little dark, you know what I'm saying? It gets a little interesting and shit, you know what I mean? I forget what they were specifically talking about, but Andy was talking, and then they do the dramatic effect, and he's like, I think the one thing I wished I did was separate business from family. Oh, and that's when they start chronicling. I think that's when they really started talking about the big rise of Don Raid from the storefronts over there in New Zealand. you know. But so I think I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, that was very fucking ominous from that fool Andy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, what kind of shadiness fucking happened? All right, don't fucking say that shit to me and act like there was no shadiness involved after saying some crazy shit like that. I wish I separate business from family. Arnar.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
nah.
Arnar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we have to wait for kind of the crumbling to begin to show the cracks and really what's been going on.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, as this is still the rise part. We're picking up these artists that people know. Deceptikonz, Adeaze, sing for Brotha D. They get put on. We learn more about them, more about the Deceptikonz. And then I think this is the part where they're like, okay, we got the Deceptikonz, we got Mareko, let's go to New York City, put some money in, invest, tell the people we're here, really show them, you know, this is our big moment. Work on so was it some singles or an album?
I think they're working on the compilation, Southside 2, maybe. If not, I know they wanted to push Mareko to the forefront. That's when they was taking out ads for him. They took him to or they flew him out to New York so he can, you know, work with other American artists and start building a reputation. Yeah, he worked with Inspector Deck. Yep. Who else? Who else was he working with? Scram Jones, you know, very, very East Coast, New York. Like if you do listen to hip hop, then and you hear him rap, you're gonna hear exactly who his influences were. You know what I'm saying? So I guess New York is a fitting place for him to go because he sounds very of that, very New York, very lyrical miracle stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Scram Jones, Inspector Deck. It was basically just to get him exposed to rappers out here, especially rappers that they were clearly fans of, to build a name for them outside of New Zealand. Nice. So yeah, I don't even know if he was working on full on albums though. I think they were just over there just to make music and you know, network and build relationships with people, because when those big artists were coming to New Zealand, those guys were opening up for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don Ray was opening up for him, so they was opening up for Snoop. Who else was on there? Corrupt was in there. The Tech Nine was in there. Bone Thugs was in there. Like anytime a big American artist came to New Zealand, they was always opening up. So they was already, you know, exposing themselves to hip hop culture at large and like you know building a little rep. So I think from there, right, that's when they started pushing for Mareko. So wow.
They make this album or they make these songs and then they go back and they're like, we're about to drop this. Everyone's gonna love it. All the money, all the time and energy we put into it. Yeah. And then they were like, but we did not know Scribe was like just about to hit the scene and blow up with his freaking album. So
yeah,
Scribe comes down and Scribe is not Don Ray. This is a different artist. Scribe is in the documentary, talking about Mareko and like, yo, that's my brother. You know, as artists, we might not have been in the same place, but we were always trying to represent for the same people. You know, we have the same the talent. But yo, Scribe kind of knocks Mareko off of the like leading act.
Just a little bit, yeah. A little bit, yep.
Scribe is like the biggest thing, and so now Don Ray has to figure out, oh, did we just spend $50,000 on a trip that is not going to matter? If we're going to be number 2 or number 3 or only go gold, because the expectations are also rising for Don Ray, right? They're like, oh, we went number 2 last time, so we got to go number 1. We sold out this, so we got to sell out someplace bigger. We sold this, so we got to sell more. It's always like kind of moving. The goalposts are always kind of rising for Don Ray, but now they're kind of like, okay, we're not on top. We got to figure stuff out, and we need a Polynesian princess. We need a beautiful crooner.
I think we're missing something here, bro. We need to talk about Adeaze. Because Adeaze, you know, before, you know, you of course they had Aaradhna come in, but Aaradhna showed up right after Adeaze. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it was it was like right when Mareko was like getting kind of pushed down away from being like the number one guy for Don Raid, right? So then freaking Brother D was like, dude, how about we just put on Adeaze? Yeah, we'll put Adeaze on. So I think from there, Brother D sent out, or am I thinking too far ahead? Because I know he sent out some kind of project to like a big label head. I think it was Universal before Universal officially signed him, and then they weren't fucking with it. I think they sent Universal the video for for one of Adeaze's songs.
They were like, the cover doesn't look nice.
Trying to dress them up. They don't fit the mold. Whatever. So like, man, okay, if y'all don't want to put this out, then we're leaving Universal. Yeah. And then one of the heads was like, all right, then. So they do it. And then Adeaze blows the fuck up.
Bruh.
They blow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. I'm getting all my timelines jumbled right now, bro. Because I know Adeaze happened like either right after or during Mareko's like kind of slide to the back of the line.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought they were in there. And
like they was touring. I know they toured, but I think that tour came later as their rise was like peaking.
Oh, the like corporate tours, the Boost Mobile tour?
No. The
Adeaze tours?
Yeah, the little. So I think it was a whole Don Raid tour with the Deceptikonz with Adeaze. I don't think Aaradhna was there yet, but those dudes definitely were. And they did small tours before they really blew up. But you know, that's how artists make money, is through touring and merch. But I hope I'm not getting my timelines jumbled, man, because when Adeaze got brought on, it was still pretty early in their rise. And they were fucking huge. They became huge, especially within the community, you know? And then that's when the Polynesian princess got on, right?
Yeah.
All right. So go on. My bad. I didn't want to go off on a tangent like that. So go on.
Aaradhna is just like a super shy singer who blows up into. Who would you compare her as like a American R&B person, like as far as like maybe style or rise? I just thought of Shanti.
Shanti's not bad, but you know who I think would hate that would be Sefa, because I know that fool Sefa called her the Beyonce of our community, which is it's high praise.
Yeah,
it's high praise. It's a lot. Damn, Aaradhna though. That's a hard one because there's not much fanfare when Ashanti drops nowadays. But if Aaradhna were to drop right now, I think a lot of people in our community would be like, dude, she's back. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't garner that much attention, but Aaradhna does.
Yeah. So Beyonce does. No.
Oh, Beyonce is ooh, man.
Beyonce's a level. Beyonce,
you know
is
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She is a set bar for sure. You know what I'm saying? There's like everyone else, and then Beyonce, bro. You know?
I agree.
So, that sounded bad, but I think I'm speaking the truth.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But now we need an answer. Do you have a?
Yeah.
Compare.
I feel kind of insulted that you said Ashanti, to be honest.
What?
Yeah. I want to say Mary J. Blige.
Okay. Earlier, I thought Lauryn Hill. Earlier, I thought
she has more than one album. Aaradhna has more than one album. You know what I'm saying? And Lauryn Hill has a terrible reputation for being late or not showing up at all. All right, Aaradhna shows up. All right.
I'm not going out there when they said I'm supposed to go out there. Not everyone is here. They know when I'm going to be there. Okay, I'll be out there at 10 p.m. Okay.
I'm motherfucking Lauryn Hill. Okay. I go out there whenever the fuck I want.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Ooh.
Aaradhna should also have that.
Yeah.
She goes out there when she wants,
Hey,
and the people will love it.
Give her that. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Brandy? No, not Brandy. No, not even Brandy.
Let's see, Brandy.
I'm stuck. Monica?
Just like a more, I don't know, because Ashanti was like on all those Ja Rule songs, or like Murder Inc., or like with Nelly. She was always like a voice that was on really good songs, really popular songs.
Yeah, and especially
like
in that time, bro. Hey, that makes sense too. The time lines up to the early 2000s. Yeah, Ashanti was definitely big. Oh, bro.
And she was like called the princess of R&B. Oh yeah, Fat Joe.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, Aaradhna's definitely.
Damn. Okay, Ashanti might be the one. I don't know why I'm stuck on 90s R&B singers. I should think of 2000s R&B singers.
Who are the 2000s R&B singers?
Ashanti.
Angel Perez.
No. Angel Perez. Amanda, whichever one.
Oh, Amanda Perez.
Freaking Nina Skies. One of them, bro. I don't know. I think it is Angel or Amanda, whichever one. One of them was a Perez, and there definitely was probably an Angel in there. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, but finding her was like a fresh breath for the entire label, right? They had some singers, they had some rappers, but to have, someone that I think like the entire freaking ocean fell in love with her voice and her presentation. And also you could tell she's shy and humble and not trying to get the spotlight or anything. She's not singing for like applause. She's singing because she feels it in her heart and she wants to share it. But also you have to turn away and look at the wall while I sing.
Yeah.
Like, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's like pure. But I sometimes feel like, oh, she could have been like bigger if she like had a bigger want to like be an extrovert, but she's definitely just like a shy, humble singer that wants to put on for her family and her community. And she's done great. Definitely stood the test of time. She's one of the stalwart singers. But this, like, Aaradhna, Adeaze on tour, Deceptikonz blowing up every time they perform. This kind of built up I don't know, like people wanted Dawn Raid, right? They were super
momentum.
Popular.
Momentum was the word that they kept using. Yeah, they were definitely building momentum for stardom, for success. You know what I'm saying?
And parlaying it into contracts, into money, right? So they got they ended up turning a freaking nationwide tour into like out of a Boost mobile ad. They were like, yo, we can do a phone commercial with all these superstars talking back and forth. And then we can flip that into a Boost mobile sponsored concert tour. And now everybody's getting paid. You're getting paid for commercials. You're getting paid to perform. Everyone's getting money in their pockets. The writers, the artists, the freaking setup people. Everyone's like, they're making money, right? Yeah. They're turning it into a production, which is super dope. This is all coming from like a freaking from nothing, from a T-shirt idea, and now it's blowing up into. They're making millions of dollars in these contracts. Where is the money going?
Oh my god!
Where is the money going, guys?
It's going to expensive weddings and wedding rings and dinners with the boys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going anywhere but everybody else's pockets, bro.
When they're hinting at like financial issues. And then we see both of the founders have huge weddings. I was like, that's that raised some suspicions. I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
Damn, bro.
It's like they must have hella money.
Yeah.
Like, they don't. They don't.
Oh, what they don't know about it is the turnover or whatever the fuck they were saying.
Oh,
$1 million turnover. Like, bruh.
Angie's got 1.6 turnover. They think that means 1.6 in a safe. No, you can turn over 1.6, but spend 1.7.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, this seems like it's like a house of cards that's about to freaking something's gonna fall, and then the whole thing is gonna collapse. Because like, once you stop paying people, once you stop paying your federal taxes, things are gonna start either being taken away, people are going to leave, something's going to happen. And I started getting very uneasy in this part of the documentary when it was like, oh, we just needed to, we kind of took our eye off the ball. I was like,
whoa.
Uh-oh.
For real, bro. Now that you're saying that, man, fuck. There was a part in there where they were talking about the stuff where they're missing the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, it completely slipped my mind, bro. But there was something in there that happened that made me, like, pause and think, like, what the fuck? This seems kind of, y'all are good. No, okay, now it's coming back. Like, the way they were talking about it when they were, when they're like, well, we just didn't understand how the government or the tax people can do this to us. I was like, what do you mean you can't understand, bro? You guys have built this business and you have to pay these taxes and these penalties, bro. What do you mean? They don't care about your struggles.
Yeah.
What the fuck you got going on? They don't care about that.
Employees,
the IRS, the employee, yeah, exactly, right? The employees that they still had to pay. And they were saying that too, like, bro, we still have employees to pay, and we'd rather pay our employees than the taxes, which is admirable.
But wrong.
But wrong. Exactly. And I was like, dude, he just had, man, this is coming from a guy who has no business experience at all, but goddamn, like, bro, you're by not paying your taxes, you done fucked over the people that you're still supposed to pay.
Yep.
So it's like, how can you sit there and try to feign ignorance? Now, now that you say that, bro, when you said that in the beginning with the business school stuff, I was like, dude, they were in business school. How the fuck did they not know? And Andy's dad was a freaking businessman, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how the fuck can they not know? Oh, bro.
I think the dad was like, yo, I tried to tell him.
Yeah.
Not having enough to pay your tax is a federal crime, guys.
Come on,
you gotta
bro.
pay that first. And that's something that Andy kind of admits to later. He was like, we were talking about we'd rather pay our employees than pay this tax. We can like negotiate that tax. We can figure all that out. Yeah. And then he was like, if I had to do it over, I'd definitely pay the tax first. Just get that out of the way. Give the government, their cut, or else they're going to do what they did. They went and basically liquidated everything at the studio, at the barbershop, at the printing press. They took it all because of some taxes. And this is after a huge rich run,
bro,
like where they're getting in contracts, millions, albums, CDs, merch, money, revenue, all this stuff. And it's like, how did you not have enough money? You clearly had the money at some time, but you rolled it into something else. You spent it on something. You bought more merch to sell, whatever it was. It wasn't going to where it should have gone, where they say it should have gone first, which is the freaking taxes, which would have avoided all this other government, mess up stuff.
Yeah. You know what? My bad, boys. I try to shoot them some bail just now, bro, but I don't know. The evidence is kind of overwhelming right now. It's like a little crazy out here for those two,
Yeah.
But I mean, just regardless of all of that, man, like it turned into a very dark period for Don Raid. Mm-hmm. They got hit by the tax man, failed to pay, had penalties stack up, and like Lance said, all their assets were liquidated. So Don Raid was really, they were broke.
Yeah.
By the end of the liquidation, they were broke. And they couldn't even pay their artists. And they didn't, like we said at the beginning of the thing, they didn't pay. They didn't pay their or they didn't tell them. They didn't tell their artists. And the artists were left like in the dark about all the shit that's going on. And then when they were finally, and you know what? You know what's fucked up is that they didn't even know. They didn't even know until they saw their interview on, whoever they were being interviewed by. How crazy. So, I don't know, man.
Oh, that's how they found out that their label was broke.
Yeah, that's how they found out that their label was broke, because that was the first time they were hearing of it. Was through that interview. Those two didn't say not a damn thing, and they were very adamant about it in the interview too. Like, we didn't do nothing. No, what was it? What did they say? No fraud shit. Whatever they said. We didn't.
Yeah, they were like, we didn't use anyone's money. It was all our money.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't use anyone's money, and that's when Adeaze and Aaradhna spoke about their truths, about not feeling like they could trust them. So that was it. And it was funny. I think it was Andy who told a funny story about an Aaradhna video. Like, they had come back and the thing was still going, but they were all broke, so they needed these records to work. So Aaradhna was getting pushed again, and she had a video out, and then it wasn't until years later that Andy told her, like, dude, I didn't even know how we were gonna pay you for the video, and we didn't know how we were gonna pay for the video, So yeah, it was hard timing it for a while, and
I felt like that was like putting the blame on her. Not the blame, but like, oh, you should be grateful. We don't even know how we're going to pay for this, so we're doing it for you. Oh, he's trying to like big up what he did. But it was just something they had to do. Like, they literally had to make her work, right? Because they didn't have any other options. That was the biggest star. That was the path to returning.
Yeah.
But then to sell it to her, like, you should be grateful. I was like, I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling. Oh, you know what? I didn't even take that feeling away from that, but I'm shit. I got to look at it again, because I took it as like a funny aside, or maybe that's just me being dumb, but I felt like I took that as like a funny side story to tell her, like, dude, I didn't even know how I was gonna pay for your video or for this thing, or whatever. Hey,
maybe after all that time, it was just like, not a emotionally charged thing or anything. He was just like,
he's just another thing to just toss up after many years of being away from it. Yeah,
we didn't have any money.
What are you talking about? You know what's crazy about that video, Aaradhna? We actually didn't have any money for it. Dickhead.
We didn't pay people. We didn't pay you.
Yeah, we didn't pay you, man. It's fucking crazy. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, that definitely was. Not paying the taxes is the thing that leads to the fall and the disbandment of Dawn Raid Entertainment. They have to sell everything, and they pretty much, I feel like that also kind of broke their friendship a little bit. I mean, they had to stay together to rebuild, but I thought it was weird that they were recording in separate places. I guess it's not that big a deal, but I wanted to see Andy and Brotha D in current times on video being together, because all we see is like the throwback or the vintage stuff. And I was like, is there something that happened where they're like not the best friend? I mean, they do say it's a good working relationship. They still do stuff, but Brotha D is mostly just like a local A&R for like community shows. And Andy is still in, like trying to make a label or something, but they're not still trying to do it together. So I'm like, oh, did they fall off? Did they fall out?
That's a really good point. Yeah, they're not together in the same fucking frame until the end of the damn movie. And that just goes back to what we said earlier. Like, this shit looks scripted as fuck. What the fuck was that? I couldn't even explain that.
What was the end?
The end where it was Brotha D and Andy, and then their families. They were with their wives and their children, and they were walking around, I think, the same market where they sold the T-shirts at. And they sat down and was getting some food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I feel like that was like when they were ending the business, and they were like, oh, we're gonna have to sell stuff. And
bro, like this was literally like in present times.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this was after everything was done and shit, and their family looked hella grown. Like their kids looked hella old. Well, maybe like, teenagers or something, maybe late teens or something. But yeah, unless I'm tripping, I don't know. I gotta see it again. Fuck, I don't know how to watch a damn movie. I guess. Fuck,
It's the movie reviewers.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how can we review these movies? I can't even watch the damn thing.
If you're in charge of Don Raid there, how do you tell your artist? You would tell the artist?
Oh, God, I've been thinking about that too. Like, how would I tell them? Like, look, you guys have to come in here. I have to tell you something.
Look, we're going to be working Saturdays and Sundays too, okay? For the next couple of years.
You know that wedding you guys went to? I'm sorry, we shouldn't have did it. We shouldn't have did those weddings.
They show 2 expensive weddings.
Bro,
at locations. Rarotonga?
Rarotonga.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
And those look like beautiful ass weddings, bro. They look like big, beautiful weddings, bro. So, how would I do it? Oh, God. I'd have to have my team with me, like a team of lawyers. And I need to have witnesses. You know what I'm saying? I need witnesses there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get jumped in my office. You know what I'm saying? But I can't talk to them one-on-one. It'd have to be a big group thing. You know what I'm saying? We'd all have to meet up around a big office desk. You know what I'm saying? A real meeting of the minds. Sit down and be like, dudes, Aaradhna, Vitaly, you're gonna have to go back to Uzbekistan, bro.
I forgot about that.
We're kind of we're SOL right now, bro.
Yeah.
That goes for all of you. We're SOL right now, and we cannot pay you. Please don't shoot me.
All the money's gone, or they didn't have enough to pay the taxes. They didn't have enough to pay the taxes, so the rest of the money has to go to taxes. And not great.
Guys, all the money's gone.
Sorry, guys,
and also the money's gone.
Yeah, that part. That's the part, right? The artists are like, "Oh, we're doing a good job. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're gonna get paid out for this." But when everything comes crashing down, I guess sometimes people don't get paid everything that they were supposed to. It just got lost in the paperwork or whatever. But that there is like a total disbandment and dissolution of Dawn Raid Entertainment. Before one of the producers from Siona's wedding, I think it's John Barnett. He ends up buying Dawn Raid after I think talking with them, or I don't know if Kightley had anything to do with this. But Barnett was one of the Siona's wedding producers and a movie producer in New Zealand. So he buys it up, and then he hires Andy and Brother D. He's like, I want you guys to run it, right? I mean, you messed up on the money, but you guys are the ones that know the music and the people. So come and do what you're supposed to do. And now the founders of Dawn Raid are back as just employees. But they're like, we got to do something. And Andy ends up, I think, putting a bunch of different Dawn Raid songs onto a publishing disc and sending that to Hollywood. Not for listening for just like regular plays or anything, but to use in movies.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where they got the information or the notification, but once Judd Apatow, why does that sound weird? Judd Apatow?
Yeah.
Jude Apatow?
Once Judd Apatow.
Yeah, I was like, why does that both names sound wrong?
Yeah.
Him and Seth Rogen in Knocked Up use Savage's Swing, which was pretty popular in New Zealand, but now blows up and goes platinum after being used in this movie. People see it. Social media, they start doing dances to it, right?
Yeah, they finally freaking caught up to the times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this fool Andy finally figured out how to use MySpace and shit. Was like, dude, wait a minute, what the fuck? Why are all these white girls making these fucking videos to our song? What the hell is going on?
10,000 new MySpace friends for Savage each day. It's blowing up. People are following, and they're like, "Oh, we own the rights to that." Oh, sorry. He's like, "Oh, we can make money off of this. And people start calling, they start negotiating.
Yeah.
And yeah, Savage ends up making a lot of money. Don Raid is back just through that. Yeah, they I don't think they're still Don Raid Entertainment is still going since Brother D and Andy are out of it.
I don't remember it, and I don't remember it saying anything about it like dissolving or anything. I don't know if it's still a thing though. But yeah, those two are away from it. I'm assuming that it's done. But it was rocking Don Raid merch hella heavy in the dock though.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Fresh, like clean, new.
Yeah, that shit did look super fresh. Yeah. Now another point I wanted to touch on before we end the review, the talk of loyalty. Right, that fool Savage was talking about loyalty and what's the screw face for? Because I'm with you, man. I'm like, dude, Savage, you kind of lucked into that, bro. Like, it's I don't know. If he didn't leave, or no, wait, if he left, he definitely wouldn't have had Swing up there like that. I think, what if he did leave and Swing blew up?
Yeah, if somebody found it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Don Raid, it was just Independent Savage?
No, what if Savage had left, but Andy had still put together that publishing CD and sent it out, and then it blows up, but Savage isn't with Don Raid anymore?
Dang. I would hope he would, as the artist that performed the song, he would still get something. But, I mean, I'm assuming when you sign it over, that could lead to some contract fuckery.
Oh, God.
That would suck. If it blew up the way it did, platinum?
Yeah.
And you don't get nothing?
Yo, what? And he's nowhere to be found? Bro. Whoa. Huh.
Wow. That's crazy. No, thank you. I'm glad it happened the way it did, but do you remember what he said about loyalty?
So it was after Adeaze and Aaradhna had talked about losing trust with Don Raid, and then they started doing a little bigger profile on Savage in the doc, and then he comes out with the song Swing, and then I think they had talked about they asked him I think they asked him something about loyalty, and he says it. He's like, dude, loyalty to me is very important, is basically what he was saying. So he didn't leave. All that to say that he didn't leave, or he gladly accepted to come back, because Don Raid had been bought back, so they lost all the artists, and then I think Andy or Brother D called up him and the Deceptikonz to try to come back, and they obliged out of loyalty. They came back out of loyalty. So I don't know. I thought that was very interesting to see, because if he didn't come back, then he wouldn't have seen the success that Swing gave to him. You know what I'm saying? But oh man,
I feel
loyalty's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, I feel like loyalty is one of those words that kind of changes my view depending on who's talking about it. Right. Like if it's the artist, like, yo, I'm loyal to my team, I'm loyal to this brand, I'm loyal to the label. And I want to lean into this, and I'm going to accept what comes or doesn't come from it. But if it's like the people in power, like using loyalty as like you have to be loyal. Loyalty is very important to us, and that's the only way you're going to get good things. Like then I'm like, just crazy. Suck my dick. I'm out. I'm going to go. I'm a believer myself, actually. Thank you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And you know what? Now that we're talking about it out loud, like, I don't think Andy was like that. It doesn't sound like he was some kind of power hungry dude to like lord loyalty over their heads and be like, hey, y'all should probably come over here, man. All right. We grew up together. All right. Do you remember what loyalty was like, boys? I don't know if it was like that.
I feel like I can't put it past either of the founders to be like, come on, we've been together for 10 years, or it just seems like their MO is to sell or to convince or to connect. Like whether it's the marketing or the A&R connecting, like that. I mean, and those are their skills, right? Those are talents that they have and have used. But I mean, there's always just parts of it that seem like that's a little much. Like, and just talking to people and convincing them that you're on the same team sometimes is part of that management type talk.
That's true. That's true.
So, but it's like, what is the real reason? Is it because you want to give me this platform, like you say in the documentary, or is it because this part of the business helps you personally? Like, is that the real reason that you wanted all these artists, was to fund yourselves, or was it, like they say in the documentary, to provide a platform for the community?
Yes. Okay, yeah. And we can't speak to that, man. We can only speak to what they said on the documentary, which is the community, the latter, all of that, Yeah. So we can only speculate what they truly thought. We're just going off what they said in the doc. And I guess I'm just going to keep shooting Andy and Brother D some bail, because, I mean, they just didn't come off as such, as terrible people. But, I mean, shit, you're right. I wouldn't put it past them either, man. That is salesmen. Great salesmen are like that. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Yeah. I can fault them, because sales is kind of, it's evil, but I can't fault them for being young and dumb with a whole lot of money at that age. Because I know I would do stupid shit, but I would just want to be honest with the people I'm doing stupid shit with. You know what I'm saying?
How old were they?
I think they said like 27 by the time the thing was falling. So that is, damn. He called it a baby, and in my mind I'm like, yeah, that is pretty young, but I can say that as a 33-year-old person. It is still young to have millions of dollars. At 27, bro, they was making hundreds of thousands of racks by 21. Bro, I'm acting out after $500 in my bank account, bro. If I'm 21, 20 years old, making 10, 20,000 a week off of shirts, I'm making stupid decisions. But I just want to be honest about it. I don't want to do my people dirty, my team dirty about it. You know what I'm saying? I would expect full transparency from everyone that I'm being involved with. So I can definitely be like, dude, that's kind of fucked up, you two. Why didn't you tell your artists about that? But I can also be like, damn, you two, you guys are fucking the bag up, bro, just like I would. But I don't know, man. Rocking a hard place. I guess I'm just shooting those two too much bail. I don't know. And Lance is just like this. No, I'm just kidding. No. Lance is just like, bro.
Why didn't you pay your taxes?
Yeah, why didn't you pay your taxes, huh? Oh, yeah. Dropping in from the top rope is the cream of the crop.
Yes, Brother D.
Brother D.
Off the top rope.
You're a fucking awful salesman. Bruh, I don't know, man. It's definitely something worth talking about, especially after watching this. And fuck, for anybody out there who's in business, who has a business, you know what I'm saying, with your homies or whoever, like, what the fuck would you do? How would you tell your team that your shit is out of money?
Bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely got to take responsibility of that. Yep. Can't sugarcoat it. You got to be real. You got to tell them what's going on. Yeah. And if they leave, you got to eat that. That's part of your failure as like the manager or the founder or the president. Man. Like you gotta make those decisions, and you gotta have the foresight to know and who to listen to. Because frickin' Andy's dad was like, "Pay your taxes," and they were like, "Well, we'll get to it. We just want to make sure, Yeah. But I mean, all that towards the end of the documentary, people can see and kind of decide for themselves if the founders were being 100%. Or if they were, trying to do it for themselves, if the artists were, freaking justified in some of their feelings. I definitely, after all that hard work and not seeing it pay off because of, some paperwork or some finance stuff, that definitely, I can see how that doesn't feel fair. And like some of them can still be upset, but definitely watch this documentary. You'll at least get pumped up on your hustle. You'll learn something. You'll be singing freaking Don Raid songs for like the next week.
Yeah. Straight up. Got my girl for life right by my side. Yeah, bro. Yeah, ditto what Lance said, man. Check the movie out. That's basically it. You know, my Uso got some stuff to get to, and he's running late right now. But yeah, check the documentary out. What score do you give it, bro? Out of 10. Off the top, gun to your head. You know what I'm saying? Brother D's hands on your neck, you give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll also give it an 8. I'll copy Lance's answer. I'll give it an 8 also. I think it's really good, you know.
Good, yeah.
It's really fucking good, bro. Very eye-opening for something that is important to happen in our community, man. And if you even have like a casual interest in rap or in hip hop, like this is and you watch this and I think it'll make you inspired. It'll inspire you to get up and do something and move something, you know? Yeah, check it out, you know? Very important time of in our community that we had no idea was a thing. So, yeah, both 8 out of 10 from us. Yeah.
Where'd you watch it?
I watched it on Apple TV, the fucking bane of my existence, but I rented it this time. I rented it this time for $4, $3.99. Only lasted 48 hours, it says. So, you know what I'm saying? Accountability to make me watch the shit.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a timer on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, where'd you watch it at?
I bought it off of my cable.
Oh.
So I think it said Universal. But it was $13.99.
Universal.
Yeah. Still in it with Universal. That Universal, yeah. Like the opening, I was like, oh, this ain't no like offhand side on this shit. This is like real ass.
Oh yeah. Oh, they got real distributors. Yeah. They got real distributors, bro.
Man, shout out to Oscar Kightley.
Yeah.
Freaking guy.
For real. Come on the show.
Albert.
What?
Albert
and Tons. All right, bro.
Tons.
You got anything else for him, bro? What's the deal?
No, appreciate you guys for listening to our breakdown of Oscar Kightley's Dawn Raid documentary. Definitely, pull it up, check it out, let us know what you think about it, and let us know in the comments what you think after you've watched this. If we're tripping, if any of what we said here is absolutely wrong, definitely call us out in the comments, and then we'll respond to how wrong you are about us being wrong.
Exactly.
Right.
Or tell us how right we are. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Tell us how we're right. You know what I'm saying? Heap some praise on us. You know what I mean? Agree with us. Damn it. We don't have to argue. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to. We just agree with each other.
You see KT is going to start some podcast beef?
Yeah, bro.
No!
Start it. No. Yeah. No, put it in there. No. I told her, you know what? I said we, bro. We're in this together. You know what I said to her? I said cigarettes, cigars, vapes. We want all the smoke. Yeah! Yeah! I'm embroiling us in beef, Lance. Come along for the ride. Let's go. We're making this money too. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everything he said, bro. Go far. Bye. Hey, check us out on the socials. You know what it is. Starter Kit. Set, man.